Guys, deluded, a quick vid. I don't want to keep you guys here. Now, we can't draw any conclusions on Unai Emery's tenure at the club yet. We can't draw any conclusions on the club's performance because we ain't played in the Premier League. We're not 5, 10 games in to see anything. We're not in December to see anything. But, and again, it's only a vid, a short vid, so that's nowhere near the whole of the session. You know editors are going to edit good parts. But on the basis of, I know you guys have seen, and if you haven't, go on Arsenal's YouTube account. They've uploaded a nice little vid of the players in pre-season. You see a lot of things to be promised about. Firstly, I like how Emery, like it seems to play. Again, it's all for cameras to a degree. I like how the players embraced him. I like how he's speaking. Not that I care for it, but he's speaking English for him, to them, so his message doesn't get lost in translation. As those of you that speak multiple languages probably know, I'm seeing that. His assistant coaches are getting involved. His assistant coaches are telling players to shout, open their mouths and them things. Steve Bold is smiling. Why the hell is Steve Bold smiling? When last did we see Steve Bold smile? Maybe it's because the shackles have finally been taken off by Arsene Wenger and he's allowed to have some input defensively or in regards to us defending. I don't know. But it looks good, man. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good seeing Unai Emery's intensity, if you could say that, and these things there, man. Like it really does. It is positive. It looks like, I can't lie, I'm not naive enough to believe it, but in the vid it does look like some of these players are learning to defend or learning whatever drills for the first time ever. So yeah, it bodes well. It's also worth remembering that obviously a couple of our players, Monreal, Ozil, Xhaka, players that participated in the World Cup aren't back as yet, so we'll see how it develops. I don't know if them players there will go to Singapore. I'd like to think El Nene and all of them that I've listed would go because they've been out of the World Cup very early, maybe with the exception of Ozil. I do think he needs time to charge himself mentally because he's been witch hunted, not just as a footballer, as a human being, and his heritage and what makes him Mesut Ozil. I think he needs time to clear his head and them thing there, but it bodes well. Obviously, we played Boreham Wood in one of our first friendlies, and you'd think a couple young players, I'd like to see Emil Rowe-Smith involved at some capacity, Willock and Ketia, they'd be involved against them. But it looks good, man. It looks good. Everybody's got a smile on their face. Everybody seems up for it, and it's worth remembering that everybody starts again from zero. Of course, Unai Emery, before he's even led a coaching session, has the players in mind, like you've seen with him clipping Wilshere, that he wants to count on for the season, and he's a human being. He has biases towards players, and this unbiases towards players, if that's even a word, players he doesn't figure. But on the basis of things to us fans, everybody starts again from zero. Players that were favoured under Wenger might be dropped. Players that had no future under Wenger might come into the side. He might keep things exactly the same. We don't know. But if I was to say Xhaka and Iwobi, I think Xhaka, he gets a lot of fair criticism, but a shitload of amount of poor criticism. He played a lot under Wenger, like almost a main fixture into the side. He could potentially get clipped. Potentially. The same goes for Iwobi. There was a time when Iwobi was starting games where he shouldn't have, and then he was finally dropped. You might get less, you might get more. I don't know, people. I'm just merely speculating. But on that note, people, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you very much for watching and rocking with me, man. I'm out.